Hi guys, it's April and I garden down in southeast Nebraska. My garden, it needs a little bit of cleanup. It's time to start pulling things out, cutting things down, mulching things over. But before we do all that, it's time to plant garlic for 2026. So I have garlic from both Johnny's Seeds and Stark Brothers. From Johnny's, I have music garlic, and I also have, I believe this is, the German Extra Hardy. Those are the two I have from Johnny's. And from Stark Brothers, I'm trying them for the first time this year. So I also got some music garlic from them just to see if it does about the same or better or worse than the seed garlic that I get from Johnny's. And then I decided for the first time to try elephant garlic. I don't know how this is gonna go. I've never actually dealt with elephant garlic before, but we're gonna give it a go, because why not? So let me show you where we're gonna be planting this. Okay, so this is the bed in which I'm gonna be planting the garlic in. I need to fluff up the soil a little bit, and I do have some spinach that is still growing here, and I'm gonna leave it for now because why not? But I think I'm gonna have the Johnny garlic over here and then the Stark Brothers garlic over here, and I'm gonna try to keep the music garlic separated enough that I'll know which part of the bed each of those are in. So that's the idea. Okay, I might come through and water this real quick because it has been a hot minute since we have gotten any kind of water. Every once in a while I'll water this spinach plant, but it doesn't need a lot of tending to right now. So I'm going to fill up the watering can and moisten this a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna give that a little bit to soak down in, because right now it's kind of just sitting on the top layer, which I don't want. So my idea is, so we're gonna have the Johnny Seeds over here. So we'll start, I think, with the music on the outside, on this right here, and then we'll have the Hardy German. And then I will do the elephant and then the other music. So the music will be on opposite side of the bed so I can tell them apart. That's the idea, at least. I'm gonna start on this side of the bed over here, since Stark Brothers didn't send me nearly as much garlic as Johnny's, and I wanna make sure that I actually have room for this. I'm wondering if I'm gonna have to find a second bed to put some garlic in or not. But we're gonna see how far this goes. So I'm just gonna actually rip this bag open. The only part about this process that I'm not a huge fan of is breaking apart the cloves. I always think I can do it with gloves on, and I never can. I think at this point, after 5 years of growing garlic, music garlic is probably one of my favorites. Probably should get a tray or something to put the cloves that I don't want to use in. So I like that nice and big one. Some of these smaller ones I don't know if I want to use. Let me go get something to hold the questionable garlic. I have this tiny little terracotta pot. I'm going to hold the garlic in. I don't want to put open, dang it. Good gravy. This is on, there we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's not a bad amount. Just gonna set them up. Let's see where that gets us. I do have some additional soil that I'm going to put on top here. Push those down. And I'm not going to completely cover them just yet because I want to remember where all of these are. Now the good part is I don't have to break up the elephant garlic. That has already been done for me. Put that in there for now. Ah! Some of these have already jumped out of their own wrapping. Oh, see, that's soft. Problem with the zone change is that all of the seed companies now believe I'm in zone 6 when we used to be a 5. So everything gets sent to me super early. And so I have to hold off on planting everything, and then by the time I get to it, half my garlic is already starting to go bad. Grr. I want, let's see if I can, it's like, do we have one more that I can at least try? See, these are naked though. We'll try it. Okay. So that didn't even go halfway through the bed, which is what I was kind of expecting to happen because I think I only got a ½ pound of both, and then I got a pound of the Johnnies, which is why it feels like there's so much more. Okay, still not going to marry any of those yet. What I said, German next. Let me go get them. Yeah. Yeah, some of these feel like some of the cloves are starting to desiccate. That one feels pretty good. I kind of want to use some of the bigger cloves. Yeah, some of this is soft. That one might be good. Ooh, that one's gross. Throwing a lot of it into the bed behind me. These are pretty good. Losing track of some of the stuff. Do still have 4 heads left in the bag. I'm not entirely sure I'm going to use them. Should I do one more row? There we go. I'm hoping my garlic does much better this year because, well, next year. I'm hoping this garlic does better than the stuff I harvested this year because I did not get a lot of good garlic this past year. Okay, I've got about 4 heads left in here and then a couple cloves in there. But it is time for the music garlic. Start with these ones. Maybe this too. There we go. Trying to be a little bit more selective about which cloves I plant this year because most of the time I just plant all and every single clove. There has to be an easier way to do this. This is pretty good head of garlic. Oop. Jiminy Christmas. Okay. find out how far this takes us. See if I need to open up another clove or two, or head of two. Got some roots I'm gonna have to try and plant around. Let's switch you and you. Okay. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Maybe later I'll find another place to plant more garlic. But for now, I think this is a good amount. I do have some biotone that I'm going to sprinkle down. Okay, that is a stem. And then I have the rest of my potting soil from this season that I'm just going to lay over top. This is just Happy Frog. Forgot that I had a container in there. And that is the garlic planted. I both love and hate doing garlic each season because, as you saw, I always struggle to get the cloves apart. But it's so easy to just pop them in and then walk away. Okay, I'm gonna water all of that in and we'll be good. There you have it, the start of the 2026 garden. I think that'll be a good amount of garlic if we don't have a year like we did this year and weird weather. So I'm hoping this will be okay. There might be a possibility that, as you can see, this is a mess. I need to come in clean all of these beds out right here, but there might be a possibility that this little bed right here that has a tomato plant and a poblano plant used to have some cabbage, Might clean this out and plant the remainder of the garlic. I don't know. We'll see. Because I have at least 8 heads left of seed garlic that can go right here. The cloves, I'll probably see what's salvageable and actually just use it for cooking. But otherwise, here we are. Garlic, planted. I do have plans on cleaning up, like I said, the rest of the garden. So if you want to see all of that, me cleaning up this year's garden and planning for next year's garden, I am starting to organize my seeds and see what I need and maybe acquire some new varieties. So that will be coming soon as well. So feel free to subscribe down below, hit the bell, do all the things to get all of the notifications. Otherwise, I do have an Instagram and Threads account where I post photos of what I'm harvesting and what I find pretty and all of that kind of stuff, so you can follow me over there as well. But I do hope I will see you guys again in another video, and I heart your beautiful faces. Bye.